Ready.
Let's do it.
Light me up.
And welcome to Lindsey Nelson Stadium down here in Columbia Central. I am Johnny Pace. I'm joined tonight by Mike Straysinger, and producing for us we have Josh Holland. And then we got Mr. Jarvis over here running the camera for us. We got the 5A state semifinal between Columbia Central and the Powell Buccaneers. Looks like Powell's going to kick it off to Columbia here. Mike, what do we know about these two teams? How good is this matchup going to be?
Well, on paper it looks very even. Both teams run similar offenses. And, of course, they come in here at this point of the playoffs, both teams playing extremely well. And it's going to be one of those, I think, it comes down to mistakes and turnovers like they usually do.
Well, that is how football usually turns out. Powell about to kick it off right here, and here they go. That's a short kick. Columbia receives it. They're not going much of anywhere as they are stuffed at the 30.
All right, that's one of those short kicks by design, a little pooch kick, and that worked out just like they wanted it to. No return at all.
We were out at Beach last week, and we saw quite a bit of that. Both teams were pretty good at returning the ball, and they tended to just kick it off short like that to prevent anything big from happening. You can get to the return man a little quicker that way. See, both of these teams typically run a spread offense. Interesting to see what Columbia is going to do right here if they're going to run the ball or pass it. They've got a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, he's passed for over 1,800 yards this year, and but they also have a great running back in Chris Martin. Here he goes.
And he's brought down around the 38.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of Martin tonight, and I was told that as Martin goes, so goes Columbia. So he's the key to their success.
You see a lot of that in high school. Yeah. Typically when the running back does well, the team does well.
No doubt about that.
Guys don't throw as much at this level as they do in the next. Markham setting up. Right under center. And handoff, he's brought down, and not much of a gain there.
Looks like that was big number 99 for Powell, Brady Scaife.
It's going to be a 3rd and 5 coming up right here.
Now, Columbia, they run the ball and they throw the ball equally well, so this isn't necessarily a passing situation for him, but I would look for a little passer. I want you to check out the size of that tight end there in the slot receiver.
He is large.
That is sophomore Jackson Harris, sophomore, 6'4", 250.
Chris Martin here in the backfield, and he's going to get the ball. And he's stuffed yet again at the 42.
Now, both these teams come in with pretty high-powered offenses with Powell averaging almost 30 points a game and Columbia averaging just over 30 points a game, but yet they both have good defenses. So, yeah, yielding 12, 13 points a game. So something's got to give here.
It's just like you said. It's going to be a tight one, probably down to the wire. Got a couple new coaches here. Both of these teams, brand new coaches. They've coached before, but this is their first year at the school. They got a fake, and he punts it anyway. That was a strange play there.
Yeah, I don't know if he is.
Markham, the quarterback, obviously is the punter as well. He took it, acted like he was going to run with the ball, took a few yards to his right, and then punted it off anyway.
That's got to be a special teams coach nightmare there for Powell. How you defend that? I don't know if that's an option, whether he sees something he likes, he's going to run it, or if he's going to punt it.
Well, that might have been a bad thing. Now they've showed their hand. Powell's going to expect that next time that Columbia is in the situation to punt. Now Powell's got the ball. Hagan Owenby, their quarterback, set to take the snap out of the shotgun. He gets it as high, hands the ball off. Short run there by Montario Washington. Gain of about 3.5, 4 yards.
Now Montario Washington is Powell's leading rusher. Comes in with 1,100 yards rushing, 1,142 with 17 touchdowns. And Hagan Owenby has also rushed for over 1,000 himself with 1,150.
Yeah, he's a versatile guy.
And has thrown for over 1,500, so he's the guy to watch for them.
He's a multi-sport athlete as well. I heard this week he's a catcher on the baseball team, probably going to be their ace on the pitching staff as well. And you see him running right here for the first down. Oh, my goodness. And he makes it out to the 45. And he's pretty pumped up. He wants his fans to stand up as well. Get them to make a little bit of
right.
noise.
Powell's got to be coming to this game pretty hungry. They just missed the state championship last year. They lost a tough one to Henry County, 17-14, fumbling on their last possession of the game. So they are ready. They want this one badly. Of course, Columbia won everything 2 years ago, so neither of these teams are strangers to going deep into the playoffs.
Right. And they'd love to get back. First down here, takes the snap, another high one, hands it off. Chris Martin with a gain of about 3 right there.
I believe that was Washington for Powell, Ontario, Washington.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Washington.
But if you also notice, Owenby carries out the fake kind of like Brett Favre does. He even though he handed it off, he acted like he threw the ball.
He did.
So that's something to keep an eye on for later.
It'll be more effective as soon as those snaps aren't as high on him. Kind of gives it away a little bit when he brings it down. And another handoff. Going around to the outside there was, well, that's not even on our roster right here.
I think that might have been number 60, Sean Garden, and that just gives Columbia something else to defend, somebody else to worry about.
Well, they've set up with 2 backs right there beside the quarterback on a couple plays in a row here. Don't want anybody to know exactly who's getting the ball on the handoff.
And you notice Powell comes right up to the ball. It's not necessarily huddle up, but it's a no huddle for sure.
And 3rd and 5, just 1 in the backfield with OMB. And they call a timeout.
I think 12. I don't know what happened there. Somebody jumped. Yeah, offside. That was 12 for Columbia getting a little action. They're anxious there, Maverick Dickinson.
That's going to be 5 yards.
And that's the call on the that's Michael Lloyd in the white cap there, the referee giving us the call.
He said there's 17 years of experience.
Yeah, he wanted to. So this crew is from
117 years of experience. I apologize.
These officials are out of the Memphis area, and Mr. Lloyd wanted us to know there's 117 years of experience between them.
That's a lot.
So I think they know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
But I think anybody could have called that one, that offsides. When you're in the backfield when the ball's snapped, it's not good.
And you got a 3rd and 1 here. Markham might see a QB sneak. Nope, he hands it off.
They stuffed it pretty well.
Washington, did he get the first?
They ran almost like a wishbone power I formation there in the short yardage, but I think they're going to have to measure anyway. Now, 4th down. They're calling it 4th down. No measurement. I'd expect them to go for it here.
Yeah, I would as well. A very short one here.
The Powell kicker, I understand, is good from about 35, 37 yards, so this is well out of his range.
You see that a lot of times. It's hard to see a kicker that can boot it like your Adam Vinatieri's of the world.
Oh, they are going to measure here. Looks short from here.
Yeah, it does.
Way short.
Well short.
But still, lots of options for Powell early in the game. No doubt to go for it.
Right. I mean, your defense just forced them into a 4 and out. So I think you're going to be all right taking a chance right here. Plus the field position that Columbia would be getting wouldn't be exceptional. So there's no reason not to go for it here. Owen be having a chat with the referee there.
He's waiting for him to signal the ball in play.
And we got another timeout. Looks like Devin Scott was calling for that.
Yeah, it's interesting. The fullback is calling the timeout there.
They didn't like what they saw. They're going to take it back to the sideline and figure it out again.
That gives us a chance to tell you how the teams got here. Columbia Central got here in their playoff run by beating Sullivan South 28-14. Then they faced Tullahoma, took them down 47-24, and then they beat Ooltewah last week 31-13. Powell's playoff run began with beating Knoxville Central 33-7. They had just played them the week before and handled them equally well then. Then they beat Knoxville West 28-17. Then last week beat a good Tennessee High team 31-10. So both teams are on a roll coming in.
And it looks like Powell's got it figured out, and they know what they want, and they're going to go for it. Oh, but he's got 3 guys stacked up behind him here. And he hands it off. Washington breaking loose. Yeah, he's down at the 30. Well, they got the first down and some.
Yeah, they went off tackle there and just loaded it up. There was plenty of blockers, and more, they outnumbered the guys they had to block, and that's just simple math. They got it done running downhill. Washington's a good-looking runner.
He is.
So yeah,
he seems to like that outside as well. Well, the ball on the 20 here, 1st and 10. We got 6:37 remaining in the first quarter. No score to this point. We got 4 wide here. Washington back there with Owenby. And Owenby's going to run it. And he gets stopped somewhere around the 14-yard line.
Nice looking run by Owen, but he's shifty and a big, strong looking kid.
A couple good little stutter steps and a jab there to cut back left. Gain of about 6.
Now Owenby comes in with, like we said, 1,150 yards rushing and 7 TDs and 1,524 yards passing with 15 touchdowns. So he is we said, he's a dual threat.
He can put some points on the board in a number of different ways. And he's going to drop back in the shotgun here again. It might be looking for a pass. We'll see. Hasn't thrown it. Got a man in motion coming across. And he does. A little short one. Oh! Oh, man.
It's down. He's down.
That player is down. And, yeah, he's down for a moment. We're going to take a quick break and come back after we see the situation with this injury. You're listening to Play on Sports, brought to you in part by TSSAA.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Here we go. We're back.
And we are back. That was John Strozik that went out. All-time Powell leader in interceptions with 21. Can hope to see him come back into the game. And you got Hagan Owenby running out of the pocket, faking a couple throws. He's bringing out to the right, and he is brought down at the 9-yard line. But we have laundry on the field.
Yeah, I think Malik Church there got him by the helmet or the face mask there. Inadvertent as it was, but it's still going to cost him.
We mentioned Strozik went out there. He walked off the field on his own power. He's a guy that recovered from an ACL injury last season. He's got 7 interceptions this year. 1 more, and he'll hold the all-time single-season record.
Mr. Lloyd just gave Columbia a sideline warning there.
Said they were coming out too far on the field.
He's establishing his presence on the field right now, and
maybe they don't know he's got all that experience.
They give him a warning first. Next time will be a penalty. But and there was the face mask penalty, I think, as well. So it's first and 5 at the 5.
First and 5. On the 5. Owenby back. Gets the snap. He didn't even think about throwing it. He runs, and he's brought down at the 1.
Well, this is a good-looking drive by Powell. They got the ball after the 3 and out and have marched right down the field, eating up a lot of clock.
On and off the field here, changing their goal line defense just a bit. Got 3rd down now, ball on the 2. He actually lost a little bit right there. Still stacked up deep behind him. He hands it off to Washington again, and it looks like Washington was stopped yet again.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th and goal, and Powell's faced with maybe a tough decision, but I expect him to go for it.
Yeah.
But they might try something different other than that play they've done 2 or 3 times in a row. This would be a huge stand for Columbia right off the bat here.
Absolutely. This is some of the best goal line defense I've seen in the state this year. And with a chance to score here on 4th down, the Powell Buccaneers hands it off to Washington again. He spun off of it for the touchdown. They had him stuffed.
There's a great second effort by Washington there. They did have him stuffed. They didn't wrap up. He spun out of it and scored.
Wow. That was a good move. It looked every bit like he was going to get brought down. And he spun right out of it, like you said. He must have buttered his jersey up before this game.
That's right.
Pretty slick move. Owen be the placeholder here. Austin Rogers kicks it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's good.
Through the poles for the extra point. So Powell off to a 7-0 lead. Columbia Central going to look to get a little bit of that back right there.
Well, it was a nice drive by Powell, but, I mean, Columbia came just close to stopping right on the goal line. If they'd wrapped up, they had them. They showed some great short yardage defense.
And they did it several times, just couldn't get it there at the last when they needed it the most. A couple of interesting teams here. Hope to see Strozic get back on the field. I know Powell could really use him in the secondary. He's a guy, like we mentioned before, he's a ball hawk. He's very, very good. He's a D1AA prospect. He's being looked at by several different schools. So he's going to play a huge part for the Powell secondary today, no doubt.
All right, we'll see if we get another one of those short kickoffs, one of the pooch kicks. Like you said, a lot of teams are doing that this nowadays. They don't want to give up the big play, and they might get a turnover to boot because the guys up front aren't as good as catching the ball as the guys in the back.
Right. Trying to avoid those big games. It was like an onside kick gone wrong right there. Not exactly sure what that was.
Yeah, but it was pretty heads-up play by Colby Delk there, just fielding the ball, getting down, taking no chances.
So they're going to get it there at the 34-yard line.
All right, we'll see if Columbia can answer here. Now, they didn't do too well on their first possession, but let's see what they can get going here, starting out on their own 35. It's not bad field position.
No, not at all.
I did a Columbia game earlier this year, and Markham's a great-looking quarterback, so we'll see what he can get going here.
He doesn't run a ton, but he does like to throw, and he throws it well.
He's got some weapons. Look for Dre Hall to catch a lot of balls tonight, or at least be thrown to a lot.
He's got a couple wide, one in the back.
There.
Chris Martin. Oh, pass off to the left side. He's going up the sideline. He's going towards the end zone. We can't see it from where we are.
Did he get in?
And he did.
Okay, that's Ian McNeese catching the ball about 15 yards down the field and doing the rest on his own.
No,
That's down to the 11, down to the 11-yard line.
We couldn't see it. We've got a whole host of people standing up right here in front of where we are. They were just as excited as we were.
That was Ian McNeese on the reception.
Markham looking over to the sideline, trying to figure out what they want to do here. Quick drive. And he still can't figure out what he wants. And he's coming back. And Weaver gets the ball. Marcus Weaver running. Normally he's listed as not Weaver, Chris Martin. And he got stopped right there around the 9. Only a gain of a couple there.
That's obviously Columbia needs to score here to tie this game up. That's a good response, though, getting the ball moving right down the field so quickly.
Yeah, it makes a statement when a team moves that quickly, gets that far downfield that fast, and a chance to score right here. He hands it back off to Martin again. Martin fakes left, and he's driving up through. He's going to be stopped around the 5-yard line. Chris Martin getting quite a bit of action here early on.
Yeah, and like we said, as goes Martin, so goes Columbia. So he's doing well.
That was a good call. Good call pregame there. Markham, he has a lot of communication going on between him and the coach. Likes to get a good feel of what's going on before he brings it back and relays it to his teammates.
It's 3rd and 5 from the 6, so they can't get the first down without getting a touchdown.
They've got 3 wide, 2 in the back. Got one man in motion. And he hands it off to Martin again. And Martin gets the touchdown easily up the middle. Columbia Central is now on the board, 6-7. Going to get that chance here for the extra point. Not even going to think about going for two here. And he kicks it through the uprights, and it's good. We got a tie ball game, 7-7.
Okay, great answer by Columbia there. So, game on.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier, these are two high-scoring teams right now. They're on pace to put up a pretty decent mark by the end of this game as well. So you expect a little bit more of that ground and pound, taking their time from Powell on this drive?
Yeah, I mean, I think Powell did exactly what they wanted to do on their possession, and it looked like Columbia came right back and did exactly what they wanted to do. So both teams' game plans are working so far so well.
Powell has a history of that. Their running back that graduated this past season, Deshaun Mobley, he's now a running back at the University of Kentucky. He holds almost all of their school records, rushing and things like that. Versatile running back, and he made it to the next level. You see that sort of thing a lot these days. Guys just ground and pound it, and their players make it on to pretty good time school.
We'll see what Columbia, how they elect to use their kicking game. I think they've got a kicker that can put it in the end zone for a touchback, and that's always a great weapon.
Absolutely. They'd love to
little wind.
Dump it short right there at the one and then stop them if they could.
There is a little wind here tonight, but I think it's more of a crosswind than a tailwind.
Yeah, it's kind of blowing over here towards us a little bit.
Great atmosphere here at Columbia.
And the kick is up. Not deep, and it's off
left.
That's
just the last thing they want to do.
Yeah,
kick it out of bounds.
I don't think that was intentional. That went out about the 26, it looks like.
So I believe they'll get it on the 35 or maybe even the 40. 35 is where they spot.
So Powell's going to have some pretty solid defense, or pretty solid field position right here. We've got 1:40 left in the first quarter. Score is 7-7. And they get it right butted up on the 35. Ontario Washington lined up beside Ownby. You got 4 wide. As much as he likes to run it, he still gets all those receivers out there wide to keep everybody thinking, and he is stuffed on the run right there again.
Yeah, that was big. Desmond Owens in there stuffing things up there, the senior, 6'2", 275. I think there's going to be a holding penalty here, but they'll probably decline that, take the play.
Ownby getting a lot of carries just like we said he would. However, hasn't been overly effective to this point. Getting a lot of stops by Columbia Central.
Yeah, this is that spread offense. They try to spread you out with 4 receivers and put one back there and one good running quarterback, and it's hard to defend everybody. It's 5-yard loss, though.
Ownby going to try to get it figured out right here, no doubt. And he's going to throw. And that ball wobbled, and it is incomplete. Intended receiver right there was Andrew Cox.
Well, he had plenty of time back there, just was a little short with the ball. They might come back to that play later because it was
had
there.
A little bit of a wobble on it, and it was just a little bit off and a little bit short.
I think they'll come back to that later because that was there. Now it's 3rd and long. We'll see what I think we're going to see another pass. No, guess not.
He hands it off. And Washington is stuffed. No first down on that play.
Yeah, they tried to catch him with a little draw play, but Columbia was ready for that.
They're making a statement.
So, Powell's going to be forced to punt here, and Columbia will get the ball back in pretty decent field position.
4th and 15, they're certainly not going to try this. 1:01 remaining in the first quarter.
And they sent this Dre Hall back there for Columbia, and he's a weapon.
He's a speedy guy. Going to look to get to the edge here, try to get 6 more for his Lions. And here's the punt. Perfect spiral on that punt. It's going to bounce. Oh, friendly bounce for the Powell Panthers. And he brings it out to the right side, but he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, I think Dre Hall made a little mistake there. He needed to catch that ball on the fly.
He probably should have.
Because that was a low line drive type kick that you usually see a good return out of. Nevertheless, they're in good field position, safe and sound, tie game. They're doing okay.
Powell was pretty fortunate. That took a friendly bounce for them, went straight back. Dre Hall was quick enough to get it back, but didn't get the greatest field position. Looks like they're going to be around the 27 or 28-yard line right here. So Matt Markham and the Lions come back out on the field trying to strike quickly again. McNeese lined up over here on the left side again. Got a man in motion. He drops back and hands the ball off. Quick run here over to the left side. He gets almost to the first down marker, but is brought down a gain of around 8.
And that's Chris Martin again, and if you can get 8 or 9 on first down, you'll be very successful.
Martin, a senior. He's trying to get some big gains tonight because he wants to play in a state championship game.
Now they've got him. This is going to take us to the end of the first quarter.
All right, well, they're going to take a break, and so will we. You're listening to Play on Sports, brought to you in part by TSSAA.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you in one shot.
Welcome back to Lindsey Nelson Stadium, the 5A state semifinal between Columbia Central and Powell. The winner of this game is going to go on to play either Beach or Jackson Northside in the state championship game. Mike, we're seeing a pretty good defensive showing here by Columbia Central.
Yeah, and Powell as well. Now, both teams Columbia started off slower. Powell moved the ball down, and they've kind of switched that around. Columbia's moving the ball a little easier now, and Powell stalled last time. So I think the momentum is with Columbia.
Well, Columbia, the first game of their season, they shut out Lawrence County and eventually went on to shut out Spring Hill later in the season. So, they're a good defensive ball club, especially when they want to be like this, when it matters most. Switching sides here, obviously going the other direction. Markham under center. He's going to throw, but there is a flag down.
Yeah, that looked funky up there. There was a lot of movement up front. I'm not sure who jumped.
A little herky-jerky. Looked like somebody was doing the Thriller dance. It's past Halloween, though. I think it's a little late for that.
Early score right now, Beach is up 8-7 in their game with Jackson.
That's something Beach has done a couple times there. They get 8 points on their first drive. They score a touchdown, and they elect to go for 2 and are quite often successful. It's easy when you got a guy like Jalen Hurd.
Yeah, that makes the coaches look good.
Hurd being looked at by 7 different SEC schools as well as Ohio State and a few other Big Ten schools. Columbia Central here with the ball, and he's going to hand it back off. And the run is stopped short there, around 4 yards gained by Chris Martin.
That penalty, negated that good first down play and put him in a 2nd and 6 instead of 2nd and 1. Now he gets back the penalty. Now it's going to be third and 3, they say.
Well, now everybody looking down at their wrist, trying to figure out what play they want to run.
We hadn't seen him throw to Dre Hall yet, number 5 out here close to us.
You mentioned he's a quick guy. They've hit McNeese for a big gain early. McNeese over there on the left side. Markham drops back. He's looking at Hall the whole way.
There he is.
The throw's up. Hall is wide open.
Oh.
Can't hold on to the ball. On his fingertips, no one there to stop him. He was gone.
Wow, 3rd and short. They expect the defender was playing up tight. Hall gave him a little inside move, then took it downfield, and Markham put it right on the money.
There was nobody there to stop Hall. He was quicker than everybody.
Well, that's
except for the ball. The ball was just a little bit quicker.
That's unfortunate, but that's something to build on. They'll come back to that later.
Well, Markham finally showing there a little bit. He's got a good arm through it.
Now watch
nice
watch this
there.
punt or whatever it is he does back there.
I think they showed their hand earlier. We'll see if they fake it again. Markham, and he does. It's not even really a fake. That punt took a good bounce, a good Columbia bounce. That's all the way down to the 10.
That's what they call that rugby style kick, and that's exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a low kick. You got to catch that ball on the fly, or you'll get that roll like that. So now Powell's going to be back their own 10.
Well, I'm not much of a rugby player. Don't have a whole lot of experience in that. But if that's how the kick is going to go all day, Markham's going to be happy with that.
Yeah, that's the idea of that, and it's hard to defend that too.
It is,
especially when you got the quarterback doing it.
And he looks like he just wants to run. He takes enough steps.
I think we'll see him.
And Powell got the ball here. Back around the 10-yard line. Another high snap. Ownby throws it to the right side, incomplete.
That might be a backwards pass.
Couldn't tell from our angle if it was.
Everybody's treating it like it was. I don't know if it's an incomplete pass or a fumble. They are calling that, I believe, a fumble.
Intended receiver there was Marcus Weaver.
So that goes down. That's a big mistake there, and Powell's lucky that they didn't turn that ball over.
We couldn't tell from our angle exactly what that was, but you are right. That was a
They're very fortunate.
Backwards play.
Very fortunate. Now Columbia's getting the crowd excited here. They got him pinned back. It's going to be second
and it seems they're waving something off now. Somebody's got to talk about it.
They
can't make up their mind what the call is. Two referees consulting. They're shaking their heads.
I can't tell from here. Where's the ball? It looks like the ball's on the 1 yard line.
It's deep. Columbia definitely going to be going.
And it's like second and
trying
19.
To get a safety right
The
here.
scoreboard's not matching the chains. I'm sorry.
I don't think the referees know exactly what they want to call either. They're still chatting.
Well, the guy with the sticks is on the 1 yard line with a 2, saying second down. And I mean, obviously
he doesn't show any interest in changing what he's got.
Scoreboard's sticking with their story. The chain gang's sticking with their story.
The chain gang. What a name that is.
Now, I'm sure everybody knows this, but during the regular season, of course, parents and volunteers, whoever works the chains. But during playoffs, they bring in regular officials to do it. This looks more like a clock problem than a ball spotting problem.
We can't figure it out. They can't figure it out.
When they bring the guy over here on the sidelines, it's got the black hat on there and the gloves, who works the clock.
Looks a little cozier than everybody else.
Yeah, he's the clock operator.
He gets to stay warm. Everybody else is freezing. First dibs on the gloves.
Well, that's one of those deals. That was supposed to be a screen pass. And go ahead.
We're gonna take a moment here and recognize a little bit of the Play On Sports advertisements here. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, please go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Nice job. Now I was going to say, Powell there was trying a little screen pass. Well, you got to be so careful on those that you throw it in front of you rather than behind you, because then this is exactly what could happen.
Well, yeah, and now they're set up for a potential safety right here, which is bad news, particularly this early in the game. Get a little momentum going the other direction for Columbia is the last thing you want to see if you're a Powell fan.
It looks like they're having some sort of problem with the clock. I don't know.
The Panthers here.
If the clock is set wrong or just not operating.
Just hanging out.
That's what you get in high school ball. You got to love it. It's part of the atmosphere. It's part of the pageantry. Is clock problems. I have been to probably 1,000 games in my life, and I've seen clock problems at half of them.
Well, you still see that at the collegiate level, the pro level. That's something that's never going to cease.
That's why it's fine. It's part of the game.
Well, the fans don't mind. It's not too chilly out here tonight. They get a chance to lean over to their neighbor and converse a tad bit.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a really cold night, but it's just fine.
Yeah, we're down here at the bottom of the press box, a different level than the folks upstairs. They're closed in. They've got a little heat, but, I don't mind.
Well, I'm just fine.
I'm pretty cozy.
We are in it. It's like broadcasting from the bleachers at Wrigley Field.
It is.
The clock operator is going to go upstairs and work from the press box.
Just about the middle of the vines right here, like we're poking out of the Green Monster at Fenway or something. The players just getting a rest right now. I mean, the officials can't seem to figure out what's going on. And they got one official coming over here, going to have a little chat. Coach Stone.
Okay, now they've got
Columbia.
the scoreboard, though, with the down and distance marked. They actually moved the yardage marker, the guy with the stick over there, the box. He's up on the 2-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 17 from their own 2 for Powell when we get ready to play again. The clock operator is actually going upstairs above us in the press box, and he's going to work the rest of the game from there. And I don't think he's too unhappy about it.
Probably not. I think they saw some pizza up there. He's not going to mind. Snack a little bit.
There's no pizza left, dude. I was already up there.
Did you clean it out?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And it finally looks like we're going to have a play. All that arguing for about 36 inches right there.
Okay. All right, now Powell's in the shadow. If there was light at their own goalpost, they need to punch it out here. Gives them breathing room.
And he hands the ball off.
You'll notice that time the quarterback for Powell,
Owenby.
just went under center rather than working out of that spread.
He did. He didn't even let him think for a second he was going to run the ball. He handed that off to Washington.
Yeah, safely getting under center.
And, that's what you shoot for right there is a short little gain just to get away from that end zone, a little bit of breathing room, like you said.
Now it's still 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 from their own 5, so they're not out of danger yet.
No, they're certainly not out of the woods.
But this time Owenby is going back to his usual spread formation.
And hopefully for him, this snap isn't as high as many of them have been earlier. And it's high again, over top of his head, and he's down in the end zone.
Yeah, that's a safety. That's on the center right there. That's unfortunate.
Well, I had seen it 5, 6, 7 times already this game. Every single snap was high. That one was no different.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Powell, but a good break for that's. And this all stems from that great rugby kick by Markham, pinned him down there, and then that bad backwards pass. So it was a mistake by not covering the punt well, and then a mistake on the pass, and another mistake on the bad snap. And safeties can change a whole game, man.
Oh, yeah.
2 points plus you got to kick the ball. You give up 2 points, then you got to kick the ball away.
Got to go for a couple 2-point conversions there later on in the game.
I'm getting signals here. I don't know what that means.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us on Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com.
So with the safety, the score's 9-7 now in favor of Columbia.
Right.
And they'll get the ball.
So I mean, that's a big play. Like we said, Powell's going to have to go for a couple 2-point conversions later on down the road just to try to make up for that. Should Columbia Central continue to score, of course.
Now this is the deal. The safety, you get the choice of whether to kick off the tee or you can punt it, and most teams choose to punt it because you can cover a punt better.
Right.
Is the thinking.
Get a little more air underneath it. And it's not the best punt in the world. Back to the 45. Ian McNeese gets the punt. He's up around the 41 before he's brought down, 42 maybe.
That was a pretty well-designed run back. It's not a normal situation to be fielding a kick at your own 40, but he did fine with it.
He caught that ball on the left side. As soon as he caught it, he knew where he wanted to go. He went to the right side, cut back across the field, and picked up several yards right there.
So Columbia's in good shape here to start this possession, already into Powell territory. Leading 9-7, 9:35 to go in the second.
Well, you just have to think playing at your home field, you're going to be a little bit more calm when it comes down to some clutch situations like that. You're going to be more comfortable. You have to think that might be in Powell's head a little bit early here. And he hands the ball off. Going to be wrapping around here to the right side. He is absolutely gone. That is Chris Martin for touchdown.
I'm afraid it's going to be coming back, though, due to a penalty. Most likely holding in the center of the line.
Oh, wow.
Again, that's unfortunate.
The fans aren't happy.
Unfortunate there. Referee Michael Lloyd, those signals holding against Columbia, moving them back. Martin, though, took it inside, bounced it outside, and he was gone, though.
He is very fast.
But who knows if the holding benefited him or not, so that's why they call the
I've
penalties.
seen a couple guys on this Columbia Central team that are quite quick. Chris Martin, Dre Hall, both of those fellas, seniors there, running for their lives, trying to get to that state final.
I believe that's a spot foul.
Yeah, it seems to be.
And
Brought that ball back to the 53.
So set up second. I'm sorry,
53, 47.
first and 19 rather than first and 20. It's first and 19. Columbia's taking a timeout.
They're trying to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, it's
Get
not,
their bearings about it.
Yeah, it's not a normal down and distance. First and 19, and just want to make sure they get the right play in.
Well, there's 9:28 remaining here in the second quarter. Columbia leads 9-7. We're going to take a quick break and get right back to the action here at PlayOnSports.com. And we are back. We got a quick update from the other semifinal game. Jackson Northside now leads Beach 14-8 in the second quarter of their game. We're in the second quarter here. Columbia Central got the ball here at the 47-yard line, looking to strike again. Good snap. Markham drops, throws over to Dre Hall. You mentioned him earlier. He's a quick guy. So quick he ran through those tackles and is brought down at the 24-yard line.
That was just a really quick crossing pattern by Hall there, and he did a great job of catching the ball first with his hands, bringing it in, and running through some traffic, and he is quick.
You know, I don't think it was strength that got him so far there. It was just speed.
Yeah,
the velocity is hard to hold on to.
Sometimes players that you're not accustomed to seeing, again,
oh, there's another flag.
Ooh. That's on this drive, on this possession, that's two big plays brought back because of penalties.
Well, after the big stop right there, good field position after the punt, if you're Columbia Central, this is the time you really need to take advantage of an opportunity. And these penalties are keeping them from doing that.
Now, I mean,
this ball's brought back to the other side of the 50 now, whereas it would have been within the 25-yard line on the other side.
1st and 29 is what they're calling it.
Wow. Unbelievable.
This one
Coach Stone can't be happy about this.
One of those deals where you don't have to get it all in one play. You just chip away at this down and distance, at the distance, and see what you can get.
Got one in the backfield here with Markham. And he's throwing. He's going to run the ball. He's going to run it. Markham, a good run right there. Good run. Brings it back to the 45-yard line.
And I think they wanted to go downtown to Hall there, and he was covered up, so he just tucked it and ran and did a great job. So, like I said, he got a big chunk of that yardage back right there. Now it's going to be 2nd and 15, 16, something manageable now. Getting there.
Markham, pretty good run right there. He's not known, like we said, for a guy with a lot of big runs, but that one right there came in a pretty timely fashion.
Yeah, he didn't have a ton of yards on the year running the ball.
Somewhere around 700, I believe.
But
364. I was off.
But that's not bad.
Markham gets it. He's going to throw the ball off balance to Dre Hall. Hall going to bring it back up. Well, have about 10 yards to go right there.
Again, that was a little inside screen there, and Hall does a great job of just getting his shoulder squares and turning upfield and going north and south and picking up as much as he could there. So, like I said, now 3rd, and now they're like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, so they're getting there.
That was a good job by Markham to get that ball off and get it to Hall. He was off balance right there. I couldn't tell if he was falling down or if he was knocked off balance, what the deal was, but he wasn't set, that's for sure.
Now, remember here, it was 1st and 29, so they're getting there. And
chipping away.
If they can pick up a first down here, that'd be a real boost for them.
Martin in the backfield. Don't expect him to get the ball. And he doesn't. Markham drops back. He's looking over there to McNeese, changes his mind. He's rolling right.
There's nobody out there.
There's no one there, but he's going to try anyway. He picked up a couple, 2 or 3 there.
Okay, now 4th and short from that no man's land area there.
Yeah, they're going to be about 4th and 5,
So
4th and 6.
Expect them to go for this. Columbia's got a kicker who's good for about 42, 43 yards, but this is outside that. So, again, 4th and 5, why not?
Yeah, and if they don't get it, the worst that happens is Powell picks up the ball in their own territory. So,
That's right.
could be worse things that happen. They're in the huddle here. No doubt going to probably pass this ball, but we'll see. Chris Martin might get a chance to get a first down right here. He's lined up beside Markham. Doesn't even think about it. He's going to throw. And he throws it out to a wide open McNeese for the first down. McNeese stumbles, gets his feet about him again, but is taken down around the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a great job by Markham there, going through his progressions and coming back and finding them. Like you said, the wide open.
He did. That was a very good job. He scanned the field once, didn't see anybody, moved to his right, scanned it again, and found McNeese.
Great job. So, again, they overcame that 1st and 29, and now they're in business. 1st and 10 down at the 15-yard, 16-yard line. We have another penalty of some sort, though.
Yeah, a lot of laundry on the field tonight so far.
Well, that was against Powell, and obviously Columbia declined that and takes the result of the play. So now Powell's faced a little situation here. They need to stop and keep this to a one-score game.
They need to stop their own here. Clutch drive by Columbia getting over those early penalties in the 29. Oh, and Martin gets the ball, and he's going to push all the way through for a touchdown, Chris Martin. And there's no flag on the field on this one, folks. Looks like this one is going to count. Markham handed that ball off. Martin went straight up the middle, got the touchdown, knocked a couple people over with the left shoulder there, and got the pay dirt.
Well, it's a great job up front by the offensive line of Columbia, blowing up the hole and letting Martin get to work. And he's just quick through the hole and then bigger and faster than the rest of them.
They are a fast team. You've got teams like Beach, guys like Jalen Hurd are just bigger than everybody else, just run you over. Wow, short, low kick there, goes through the uprights to tack on the extra point as Columbia is now in control of this game quite handily, 16-7. We're going to take a quick moment, and we'll be right back with the rest of this second quarter for you here in Columbia, Tennessee.
How long was that touchdown?
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
Was that touchdown?
Welcome back to Play on Sports, brought to you in part by TSSAA. Columbia Central on their last drive right here had a couple penalties, brought it back to 1st and 29, fought their way back, got downfield, and eventually Chris Martin punched it through for a touchdown there to give his Lions the 16-7 lead here with 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
So Powell scored that first touchdown, 7-0, now 16 unanswered by Columbia.
Oh, good kick there. Good kick, and that's going back to the end zone.
Now, the big win behind him there. Kick it deep, take the touchback.
Earlier that
done.
That was crossing a little bit, but now it seems that wind has changed directions a little bit, particularly in favor of Columbia Central right there as that kick goes into the end zone. They're getting pretty hyped up over here on this sideline. They know what's at stake.
All right, now Powell's going to need to get something going. 6 minutes to go in the second period. They have moved the ball tonight, but they're a little sporadic lately. Of course, they were faced with a terrible situation last time, but now they're out of the 20. They're going to come out in that spread and get to work.
It's nowhere near too late, but they do need to strike now before Columbia has a chance to score again before halftime. Got Owenby lined up back there with Washington. Got 4 wide. Owenby drops back in the pocket, and he's evades the sack. He rolls out to his right. He's still going. He's still going past the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up a few yards right there.
Well, Owenby had a man downfield. Andrew Cox was running down open to the left, but he couldn't get. He ran out of time. Couldn't get the ball to him. But did a good job of eating it and running. Picked up 5 yards.
Going to be a 2nd and 5 here. You got to be happy with that if you're the Powell Panthers. Decent little start to their drive. He hands the ball off, and nothing going.
Well, Powell really needs to pick up a first down here. They want to give the ball back to Columbia with this momentum they have going.
Tyshawn Garden right there got that handoff. Didn't get very far with it. It's going to be 3rd and 4. 5:19 left in the second quarter. Lining up 4 wide and spread here as usual. Owenby probably going to get a little bit behind this one and throw it, but he doesn't. He holds on and is sacked for a loss right there. Looks like it's going to be about 4th and 9 after that.
Big Desmond Owens coming through, the senior, 6'2", 275, wrapped him up. He was going to have none of that.
You will get none and like it.
So now Columbia's going to get the ball back with just about 4.5 minutes to go. Looking to tack on some more.
Plenty of time to ground and pound, run some time off the clock and get in the end zone, maybe kick a field goal at worst for them. And the punt, kind of that rugby style. Not too good a bounce for Powell right there. It bounced straight back to the 50 where it came from.
Again, Hall had a chance to catch that ball.
He's a little hesitant.
And that was right to him. They're just playing it safe. That's fine. You know, you want to keep the mistakes to a minimum. 4:20 to go. Columbia's rolling. They're going to try to punch it in here, of course, before the end of the first half. And they get the ball to begin the second half. So a score here could really put Powell behind that 8 ball.
And back to the action here already. Columbia ready to get this thing moving. Really, they take control of this game if they can score again before this halftime buzzer sounds, like you said. Markham takes it, and he's just fine handing that ball off to Chris Martin. He got a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards past the line of scrimmage there, depending on how far he stretched that ball out. Second and 8. Ball on the 47-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go now. Clock ticking pretty steady. I don't expect to see a whole lot of out-of-bounds routes here. They're going to run as much of that off as quickly as they can. Markham handing it off to Martin yet again. And Martin dancing around, gets around the 50 before he's taken down. Forward motion going to give him that. Going to be 3rd and 5 right here.
We started moving laterally there. In other words, left to right when he got through the initial line rather than up and down, and it cost him there. They caught up with him.
Yep, you got to go for that north and south football. That's how you win some ball games.
So this is a big, big play for both sides here. Columbia's, of course, looking to extend their lead, and Powell needs to stop to get back in this game.
Yeah, that was a bad time to go 4 and out for Powell on their last drive. Markham takes the snap here. He's going to throw the ball, of course, and he goes out to the outside, and looks like they've got a first down right there. Jackson Harris, the tight end.
Yeah, that's a big target. That's a good-looking kid there. He's sophomore, 6'4". He ran a great route, too. He knew where the sticks were, and he got just enough.
He's not just 6'4". He's 6'4", 250.
Yeah. He's
a big boy. You saw him he just reached up there, was bigger than everybody else, and brought that ball down.
And so many times you see teams they need 5, they run a 4-yard route. That kid knew where the sticks were, and he got the first down.
Good awareness by a young kid like that, just a sophomore, probably just getting his driver's license. Markham takes it, hands it off to Martin yet again. Martin up the middle. He's going to get a first down before he's finally brought down around the 31-yard line.
Yeah, big hole there. The Columbia Lions are doing a great job blowing up those holes.
Big first down right there. That's going to bring him 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first half. Controlling the game 16-7. If you're Powell, what are you saying when you go into the locker room at halftime?
Well, they got to get back to what they do. They ran that spread so well.
Martin brought down here.
But they've made some mistakes. And like we said earlier, obviously mistakes are going to be the difference of this game. But that safety and the quick touchdown afterwards, big swing of momentum there.
Well, so many times we see it. When it rains, it pours. And a guy like Owenby, who's a versatile player, quarterback, can run, can throw. He hasn't really found his groove yet tonight. I have to expect that they're going to look to get him going in the second half to try to get some points on the board.
And they got a bigger problem right now, though. They got to stop Columbia from scoring here before the half.
Absolutely, before it gets out of hand.
Got about a minute and a half to go here, and they hadn't come close to stopping Martin yet. There's a penalty. So it was second and long. That's going to be second and about 5 or 6.
And I mentioned earlier that injury that we had early there in the first quarter was John Strozik, the all-time Powell leader in interceptions. He hasn't really been back on the field. So you have to think Powell not having their best ball hawk, they're going to change their defense just a little bit. You know, Markham's a guy that likes to throw it. Strozik probably would have played a pretty big factor in altering Markham's game, but Strozik is not on the field, so they're without him.
Well, typically you say you want to make Columbia throw it, but they got some weapons they can throw to, so it's a tough deal.
Hands the ball off to Martin again. Martin so quick, runs up the middle for another first down. He's brought down somewhere there around the 13-yard line. And now Columbia's thinking touchdown. They don't want to just run this clock out. They want to score yet again. They know what it would mean to go into halftime with a 23-7 lead.
Great job by that line there. Desmond Owens, Divrian White up front, DeMondre Gaines for Columbia blowing up these big holes.
And Markham sends another man in motion. We've seen that several times, and it usually results in a Martin handoff, and here it is again. Gain of about 5. He's going to be stopped at the 4 or the 5-yard line here with a chance to get it into pay dirt again. Under a minute to go, 46.5 seconds. Sharon Moore, another important Powell player. Powell's all-time sack leader. He's got 18 career sacks. He's 2 away from the single-season record of 14. He has 12 right now. He's another guy who hasn't really gotten back in there and put any pressure on Markham.
Well, right now the Columbia the Lions offensive line is dominating the front, and that's the difference.
They are dominating the pride, so to speak. PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championships events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here. Brought to you in part by the TSSAA 5A state semifinal here tonight. We've got Beach and Jackson Northside across the way over here, across town. Well, not really across town, a couple of towns away, but they're dueling it out right now. Last we heard, Jackson had the lead 14-8. Columbia trying to take a big lead into halftime right here. Another man in motion. Markham hands it off to Martin, just like expected. Martin pushed off to the left side, doesn't really gain much there.
And I think Columbia's taking their last time out there. Now 38 seconds, 3rd and 2. Now remember, Powell had that pretty good goal line stand earlier in the game, but couldn't quite hold on on the 4th down play. But they've done a great job in the short yardage. Now 3rd and 2. No timeouts left. If you don't get the first down, the clock would. If it was a running play, the clock would continue to run. So
right. So you think they're going to throw it?
I'm leaning that way. They're calling it 3rd and 4 now. Ball on the 7. So they can get a first down, but I don't think that matters.
Well,
so with their weapons,
we saw Jackson Harris make a big play for a first down over here around the 45-yard line. He's a big cat, like we said, 6'4", 250. He can go up and haul it back in.
That's what I thought too.
Built like a basketball player. That's the kind of guy you look for on a play like this. Short yards. You know, not Martin. Dre Hall's not going to have a whole lot of chance to separate himself from the defense because he's dealing with a short field.
And real quick here, Jackson Northside is up now 21-14 over Beach. 1:21 to go in the second quarter. Of course, the winner of that game gets the winner of this game.
That's right. I expect Jalen Hurd to be heard from in the second half of that game. And he's going to throw it. And it is to Dre Hall. And it's too high. Hall can't get up and haul it in.
Okay, so let's see what they do on 4th down. They're going for the field goal. Ball on the 7, add 17, 24-yard attempt here.
Yep.
Should be makeable. And 33 seconds ago, this will put them up 19-7. What's that, 12 points? It's a good halftime lead. And remember, Columbia gets the ball first to start the second half.
Yeah, kind of like I said there, Dre Hall didn't have a chance.
I'm sorry, that is wrong. Powell's going to get the ball first to start the second half. They deferred.
Hall didn't get the chance to separate himself right there. He's just 5'11". It's hard for him to haul in those high ones. And the kick is up, and it's good. I couldn't tell from right here. It was pretty far towards that left goal, or that left pole right there. But it is through the uprights to give them the 19-7 lead with 26.8 seconds remaining in this first half. This side of the field's pretty happy. Fans in purple over here are pretty tickled with what they've seen.
Sorry, I don't have the name of the kicker. I got a number. Number 6. I don't have a name.
Nonetheless, the kick was good.
So with this big wind, expect a long kick. Touchback again.
Yep,
most likely.
Expect it to be pretty deep. Marcus Weaver lined up back here to catch it for Powell. He probably won't get a chance to get a return. If he somehow did and managed to bring that back to pay dirt, Powell would feel a whole lot better going into this halftime.
Yeah, you got to give Powell a little credit there for not wilting under the goal line there and just holding them to a field goal, keeping this game manageable. They do, like I now have said, they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Kick is up, and it's pretty deep. Pretty deep. Goes all the way through.
All right, with about 27 seconds left, I wouldn't expect too much, seeing how they're going to get the ball first to start the second half again. So unless you get something huge on the first down.
Right. Right. I think they're going to want to
something safe, and if he breaks it, he breaks it.
Play it safe. Coach Rang is going to want to talk to his squad about what he's seen in the first half. Coach Rang in his first season with Powell. It's his third year in the semifinals. The last 2 years he was defensive coordinator at Knoxville West. Actually lost to this Powell team. And they're going to run the ball. Shaking and baking. Only going to get about 3 yards right there.
And I think that'll probably do it for the half. Neither team wants to do much more here, playing it safe. It's going to take us down to the half.
It was Tyshawn Garden with the carry. And that is it. They're going to run it out. Columbia Central going to take a 19-7 lead into halftime as they retreat to the Lions' Den. Talk it over with Simba and the gang and see what they want to do in the second half here to hold the Panthers right where they are. Powell a little bit reeling right here, dealing with some first half penalties. We're going to take a break for the halftime. Please stick around. We'll be back with all the action here on PlayOnSports.com, brought to you in part by the TSSAA.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot at this.
That's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
That's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
That's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
That's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
And welcome back to PlayOnSports.com, brought to you in part by the TSSAA. We're here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium for the 5A state semifinal. Columbia Central leads 19-7 over the Powell Panthers. We're about to pick back up here in the second half. Mike, what did we see in this first half? What's going on tonight?
Well, it's pretty interesting. The Powell, Columbia got the ball, first of all, to start the game, 3 and out. Powell gets the ball, boom, boom, boom. They go down there and score 7-0. Here we go. But then Columbia comes right back with 19 unanswered, and like I said, 19-7 at the halftime.
Authoritative 19.
Yeah, and the story of the first half was running back
Chris Martin
for Columbia. Powell has not shown that they can stop him yet.
No, 20 carries, 104 yards. He's pretty well having his way, and it's not that he's pulling a Jalen Hurd like, just a big kid bullying through people like the running back for Beach does. He's just fast. He comes through, and his speed and velocity is so much, guys grab a hold of him and just can't stay held on to him. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's running the ball well, and Columbia's got to be happy with what they play. But yet, 19-7 is not the biggest lead, so Powell's going to get the ball to start the second half here, and they've shown that they can move the ball.
Right.
And they're going to go back to what they do, mixing it up, running and passing. And I expect them to get right back in this game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they've got a very versatile quarterback, as we've mentioned many times, in Hagan Owenby. Powell's no stranger to some success. They lost in the state final last year, 17-14 to Henry County, like we mentioned earlier. They lost 16 starters off that team. So making it to this point is impressive in its own regard, just what they're coming back from. They got a brand-new coach.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Derek Rang before the game just for a minute, and like you said, they lost all those starters. It's pretty much a new coach and a new team. And last year's Powell team was expected to do as well as they did. This year, nobody knew what really to expect. So
right.
This has kind of all been a bonus. It's been a looser atmosphere. There's not as much pressure on them, and they've done exceptionally well. They just got to eliminate the mistakes. They made a few mistakes in that first half, deep in their own end there, and that set up the safety.
Right.
And then the subsequent touchdown off the short field.
Well, I have to think that Powell's going to try to get their quarterback going a little bit because, as we mentioned, he's a versatile guy. As he goes, they go, kind of like with Chris Martin on the other side for Columbia.
But exactly right. He's shown that during the regular season he threw for over 1,500 yards. I haven't seen that much throwing out of him tonight. But a lot of game to go here.
Absolutely, there is, and the teams are coming back here out of the Lions' Den, about to get going. Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Brought to you in part by the TSSAA.
I'm sorry, a couple of scores to pass along. Of course, the winner of this game gets the winner of Jackson Northside and Beach. And right now, Jackson Northside is winning that game 24-14 at the half, I understand. A Siegel is up at the halftime, 24-21 over Maryville. Let's see what else we got. The Fulton is up 28-14 over Giles County, 28-14 Fulton over Giles County at the half.
Plenty of action going on throughout the state.
CPA was getting shut out by Milan, 10-0 at the half. Friendship leads Boyd 21-6, and Whitehaven leading Mount Juliet 28-14. I don't know if that's a surprise. Maybe the margin's a little bit of a surprise, though. Beach is in jeopardy of not making it.
They are indeed.
I'm sorry, Mount Juliet in jeopardy of not advancing.
See these two teams coming back on the field here. One quick thing before we jump back into it, I really expect for the Powell secondary to look to be a factor in this game when Markham starts throwing the ball again. Strozik's still not lining up on the field. He's a receiver, but he's a very accomplished safety corner player. He's got 21 interceptions, all-time Powell leader. Got Sharon Moore, all-time sacks leader. I think they're going to get back into this game by what they can do defensively.
Well, they're going to have to stop Martin. There's nothing.
And Sharon Moore can play a part in that.
Nothing else.
Well, we shall see. Powell's going to get the ball here momentarily.
Well, I didn't know. It was hard to tell from where we're standing how crowded this place is, but I had to go use the facilities here at halftime, and it is packed on this side. Powell traveled well, too. This is a long trip coming from East Tennessee. But
absolutely, over in the Knoxville area.
This sideline is packed, standing room only.
Long trip for me today as well. I came all the way from Indiana.
Wow.
Family Thanksgiving.
That's impressive. How was that?
Believe it or not, the Black Friday traffic wasn't anywhere near what I thought it was going to be. I cruised through southern Indiana, through Louisville, on through Nashville, no problems.
It's good to hear.
They're taking their time on the kickoff here.
Clock's just winding down here, 30 seconds to go.
Nolan Bone hanging out over here, having a conversation with the referee. And fans getting on their feet, making a little noise. Will Farrell would love it because I heard a little bit of a cowbell in there. A little Saturday Night Live action going on.
Well, we got one of these teams is playing their last half of high school football this year. One of them's going to advance.
That's absolutely right. Lindsey Nelson Stadium been good to us. Setting us up here nice. The bottom part of this press box got a good view. Good little atmosphere we're a part of back here in the back row.
I think we're about ready.
Looks that way. That wind still blowing back in the face here a little bit for Columbia. Powell's got Marcus Weaver back again. And, short kick right there. Bouncing off Powell's front line.
I got to think that was a straight-up onside kick.
It must have been.
And that was Bone who did the kick, and he's not the normal kickoff kicker. He's their field goal kicker.
I can't imagine he did that on purpose.
I think he did that on purpose.
Think so?
I'm thinking, why not? Roll the bones.
Roll the bones.
All right, now Powell's going to come out. They get good field position just short of the 50. Let's see if they can take advantage of this.
Doesn't make any sense to me. It's not like Weaver's been back there running punts back or running kicks back like Devin Hester, and you're afraid of him, but the decision was made nonetheless. Powell going to take the snap here. Owenby, good snap. Going to drop back. He's going to throw it. And Weaver gets the ball. Well, Weaver showing some speed and showing some hands right there. Maybe Columbia Central knew a little something I didn't know, and that's why I'm not the coach.
And there you go.
First thing Weaver's done all day.
That was a well-designed play. If you saw how the quarterback
catch a 52-yard pass right there.
Owenby faked like he was going to run, then dropped back and just spotted a wide
beautiful pass.
A wide open Weaver going right down to the seam.
Nice tight spiral. Cut back across the middle for a touchdown. Extra points up. Good. A lot of these kicks seem to be hooking off to the left over here on this same goalpost. I guess that crosswind keeps changing directions a little bit and altering those kicks. But nonetheless, Powell striking early here, showing they're certainly not out of the game. 14-19 now. They got to feel pretty good after that. They went into halftime with little to no momentum. Columbia Central pretty well owning the first half. But now Columbia Central realizes they're going to have to strike again because Powell's not going to go away that easily.
All right, game on. Here we go. Let's see how Columbia responds to that. Now, see if Powell has found an answer to how to stop Mr. Martin.
Coach Stone over here having a long conversation with his Lions.
They can't get the kickoff receiving team ready. I don't know how at this point in the season you don't know you're on the kickoff receiving team.
Coach Stone, the Mufasa of this group, trying to get his pride in order. Markham still chatting over here.
Well, if that was a onside kick attempt, it came back to bite him real quick there.
It did. I did not understand that. Maybe he missed it. Maybe he meant to go for something deep and just missed. No telling unless we would ask the source, and can't do that from here. So
they'll admit nothing.
We'll call it like we see it and see how it turns out.
Here comes that short little pooch kick.
And Dre Hall going to get that. He's going off here to the left side. He gets clear. He's going to get pushed out of bounds here around the 48 in front of us. Pretty good little return right there. A couple of decent stiff arms and a solid block.
I mean, they're ready for that. They're putting Dre Hall up at the 30-yard line to return the kick. They totally expected that. Normally he'd be back at the goal line, but he's up at the 30 to return the kick. So Columbia gets the ball in good field position to start their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, they're trying to answer that 50-yard pass there from Owenby to Weaver to get the Panthers back on the board first here in the second half. Markham up under center. Man at McNeese in motion. He's coming across. First time we've seen that. Hands the ball off, and Chris Martin is stuffed in the backfield.
And Brady Scaife had no No, he wasn't fooled. Let's just say that.
He was not fooled.
And
no tomfoolery going on right there.
So Powell's coming out firing the second half.
Well, they know what's on the line here. They don't want to go home losers. It's a long trip to go home on a loss. They want to go back to school this week. Winners about to go play in the state final. Going to have to knock off the hosting Columbia Central Lions to do it. Markham up under center again. He's got 2 men in the backfield. Hands the ball off to Martin yet again. Martin a little bit clearer lane there this time, but just gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Skate's fired up. Now he made another tackle. Man down here for Powell.
And he's getting up pretty quickly, or at least he was for a second. We're gonna take a quick break while he gets his bearings about himself. You're listening to Play on Sports, brought to you in part by TSSAA.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
And welcome back. We're here at the 5A state semifinal. Lindsey Nelson Stadium, the hosting Columbia Central Lions have a 19-14 lead. We took a quick break there for Dalton Long of Powell was injured on the field there. It looked like Columbia Central was charged with a timeout right there. That was a little strange.
Yeah, they were. It was they clearly were during that break, but I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know why they would call a timeout. They had plenty of time while the player was getting his bearings about himself. He did walk off the field under his own power. Glad to see he's all right. We got a 3rd and 10 here. Matt Markham under center. Sends McNeese in motion again. Last time that happened, Martin ran the ball. Going to fake. Markham sacked in the backfield. Sharon Moore, all-time Powell sacks leader, getting his first of the game right there.
Yeah, and Powell just bringing the heat there. Play action fake, and the quarterback just ran out of time. He just got covered up.
So a hot start here for the Panthers coming out of halftime. Yeah. Looks like Coach got him a little hyped up.
Yeah, Powell's certainly got the momentum on their side now.
Coach Rang must have said something that worked. Markham here with his rugby kick. Yeah, it took a pretty good bounce for him. And that ball's going to be stopped right there at the 25, right where it was picked up by Marcus Weaver.
That's a very effective kick. What the punt returner has to do there is either you got to catch it on the fly or charge the ball like an infielder would charge a grounder, because if you let the ball play you get it covered up just like that.
That's right. Charged a few grounders in my day. I know what that's like.
We'll see if Powell can keep this momentum going, however. They run that spread, and it's not really a hurry up, but it's definitely no huddle.
They had a chance to strike in the first half there and missed it. Missed a couple good opportunities. They're going to like to take advantage of the momentum here. Owenby dropped back, hands the ball off. Washington brought down, no gain right there. Ontario, Washington.
And Desmond Owens on the tackle there, and he did a great job of fighting off his blocker and fulfilling his responsibilities and keeping the play in front of him and wrapping up the ball carrier.
That was a tough break right there. Columbia Central, that line, they are just effective. They're effective today. Owenby dropped back here. Washington beside him. Owenby trails off to his left. Looks like he wants to throw. Stutter steps, kind of trips. Comes back across to the right. He's still not down. He's finally brought down in the backfield.
Well, the Columbia did a great job there. The Columbia defense did a great job there of staying with the quarterback, not letting him get to the edge, because there was nobody on this side. If he had gotten around him, he could have picked up substantial yardage.
Owenby did plenty of scrambling around there trying to figure out if somebody was open or if he had a seam he could run through. He had none of the above, and that wasn't the option he wanted to select right there. as he's brought down for a significant loss.
3rd and 16. Now you get a little uncomfortable in this down distance, even if you can throw the ball well.
It seems like every time Powell has a chance to strike, has the momentum, and really needs to get something going, that Columbia line has something to say about it.
Might see a little screen pass of some sort here.
You might. He
Nope.
runs forward, fakes again, stutter step. He can't make his mind up. He airs it out. It's a duck, but it is received by number 83 there. Big gain right there.
That's Andrew Cox. I don't know how he got behind the defense, but he sure did. And like you said, that ball was a duck. It was up there forever, but
it was indeed
so open that Cox was able to come down with it. That's a huge play on 3rd and long.
And that was right out of Super Nintendo. Duck hunt right there. Could have picked that off, but nobody was there to get it. So Cox with his first reception of the game. Omi with a big play there to save what could have been a costly drive. But now they're within striking distance here on the 24-yard line. Omi takes it back. Oh, little shuttle pass right there to number 10, Washington. Washington brings it all the way within the 10, somewhere around the 5-yard line, it looks.
Wow, well designed. Like I said, the shovel pass right in the middle of the Utah pass, they call it sometimes. And that was right up there in the middle to Washington. He's standing still when he caught the ball and accelerated so quickly. I thought he was going to score.
Mike, why is it that you don't see a whole lot more of those shovel passes, especially in the high school game? It's a running type game. Why don't you see more of that?
I think it's hard to execute. It must be a lot harder to do than it looks.
Well, that one certainly worked right there. Owen in Washington in the backfield again. He got a man in motion. It's Weaver. He comes around and he fakes the handoff, takes it in, and he scores. Touchdown, Hagan Owenby. So Powell, little bit of a punch in this second half. Scoring quick, scoring often. They now have the lead, 20-19. Think they might go for 2 here to make up a little bit of that safety, or you think they're just going to go ahead and kick it?
I think it's too early to worry about 2-point conversions.
And they're lining up to kick it right now, barring a fake. It looks like you are right, Mr. Straysinger. Kicks up. It's good. So in a quick turn of events right here, Powell wastes no time. Still 7:22 left in the third quarter. They rally back to take a 21-19 lead. Kind of like I said, I actually called one right for once. Owenby played a little bit of a factor here on this drive to get him in the end zone.
Well, you're right, though. The 2 quick scores, so this game is totally turned around. Now, Columbia, though, obviously they ran the ball well in the first half. Look for them to get right back on that horse.
A little bit of a touche coming out of here for Powell. Sharon Moore even got that sack that eluded him in the first half. Still haven't seen Strozik back on the field. You couldn't tell. It was too far across the field from us in the first quarter to see what that injury was. You hate to see that for a guy like Strozik. He's a senior. All-time great for Powell. He's playing in the East-West game here coming up in a few weeks. Certain he's going to get healthy before that comes along. He's a D1 AA prospect, so going to be a couple schools cringe at what's going on with him.
Now watch, they got Martin back there on about the 12, 14-yard line now. Last time he was up on the 30.
We got Mario Williams back there with him, kick return specialist. We'll see what this kick holds, though. Decent kick. He's not going to get it. Maverick Dickinson does, and he brings it forward a little bit. He's taken down around the 37-yard line.
I'm liking these kicks a little bit more. I've seen a lot of them this year. When they're
mid-range.
They're kicking almost to a specific person, if they can, in hopes of maybe a turnover or maybe just to get the good field position.
Or you just don't want a guy in particular to beat you. You know, if you know who's talented back there and you know he can make something happen with his feet, you don't want that to go on. So they're going to kick it to that middle guy that isn't as threatening.
All right, let's see what Columbia can get going now.
Markham back under center. Got a couple guys in the backfield, 3 wide. He hands it off to his boy Chris Martin, who is stuffed in the backfield. That time it was number 48 coming through. Not even really sure who that is on this roster.
I believe that was Devin Scott, 49 for Powell.
49.
And I don't know what, like you said, I don't know what was told them at halftime, but they've definitely made some sort of an adjustment. They're getting penetration now, and they're stuffing them in the backfield. There was none of that in the first half. You see
got a second and 12 coming up
before
here.
the ball snapped here. Sometimes the line for Powell shifts over. They're really packing up.
Markham drops back to pass. Pretty decent pass. Oh, my goodness, and it is complete, but there's a flag on the field. That was out to Dre Hall, who brings in another one there. Reached up. He had a couple defenders on it, but he still managed to make the play.
Yeah, that was Jacob Bezirk there, and the receiver just ran right past him.
He did.
Bezirk was in good position, but the receiver ran past him. Now the call is going to be
– it looks like it's against Powell.
Defensive interference obviously declined. So
they're going to take the reception and set it up here after a big gain. You know, like we mentioned at the beginning of the game, these are two high-scoring teams. Looks like they're trying to get back to their normal ways here. Columbia scores a little over 32 a game. Powell, 29, almost 30 per game.
Well, it was a nice ball by Markham and a really a great job by Hall of just running to the ball, running right under it.
Markham up under center. He's got Martin in the backfield. Gives him the ball.
Well,
he gets little to nothing.
Well, you can see on first down here that Powell's just really, they're putting everybody up front. So look for Columbia to make some sort of adjustment themselves, go for the play action fake or start throwing the ball on first down. Powell's daring him to throw it, and it cost him that a couple plays ago.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Got a 2nd and 11 coming up here. Ball on the 28. Here's the snap. Markham drops back. He's throwing the ball. Hall is open, but he doesn't look for him. He incomplete up the middle there. Threw into a lot of coverage right there. Jackson Harris, the tight end, was the intended receiver.
That ball was a little underthrown. I think you're right, though. Hall was open up on the right side for a minute. He, for whatever reason, he didn't throw that way. Third and 11 now. So
ball still on the 28.
Look for another little pass here. And
He's got Martin back here in the backfield with him, but he's probably not going to hand it off like you said. You're absolutely right. And he does drop back. He's looking over. Throws to Ian McNeese, and the ball is picked off. Ball is picked off there by number 7, Dylan Sweat.
Was a great job by Sweat just playing back a little bit. I think he was in the safety position, and he read the quarterback's eyes and just waited and made his move, broke on the ball.
Sweat, a 6'2", 170 senior. That's secondary. They did come through.
And where's the ball? Like on the 5?
Uh-huh. Stepping up.
The 11-yard line. So Powell comes up with a big turnover to thwart the drive.
Stepping up in the absence of their secondary leader, John Strozik. Sweat coming through with a big pick right there.
No need to panic for Columbia, though. If you can get a 3 and out, you'll get the ball back in good field position.
They could force another safety here even. Oh, but they're not. Washington comes through. Big run for a first down. Montario Washington. He's got a couple of those first downs today, barreling up through the middle.
And a great job by Andrew Cox at the wide receiver position, blocking downfield. And 9 times out of 10 on a good big run, the wide receivers have to do their job too and get the blocks downfield.
And it seems like they did that right there.
So Powell taking advantage of that turnover, coming right out and getting it and picking up a first down.
Owenby fakes the handoff. He tries to run it himself, and he's stuffed in the backfield. He is sat down for a loss there of a couple. Going to be a 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 situation coming up right here.
And I believe that was Malik Church on the tackle there, doing a great job of penetrating, staying with his responsibility, getting the quarterback.
Got 4 out wide. Got 3 on the right side, stacking them up pretty deep over here. And he's looking that direction. He throws it over the top, and it's received. number 83 caught that ball. Andrew Cox there, his second reception of the night.
Yeah, he did a good job there sitting down in front of the secondary. Didn't get the first down, didn't run quite a deep enough pattern, but he took what was given to him.
Well, you saw those stacked up right there. Kind of expected that. We got 3:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Owenby still hearing some commands from the sideline. Takes the snap, and he runs. And he runs well, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job there. And we haven't seen a lot of that tonight, but we have seen the potential for that. And that's how he gets 1,500 yards on rushing on the season.
He's selective
I'm
about
sorry,
it.
Not 1,500 yards, 1,100 yards.
He's selective about it, he seems. He knows situations in which he needs to run it and situations in which he won't and won't be all that productive. And he seems to do a good job of picking those out.
So a couple first downs by Powell after the turnover gets him out here on just over their side of the 40.
Got a couple back here in the backfield with him. Just 3 out wide. He hands it off. And that's going to be a gain of about 2 right there, maybe 3.
That's Garden there. They don't use him much, but he has been, he picks up some positive yards when he gets the chance.
Well, they're facing a 2nd and 6 right here, ball on the 46. Owenby in the shotgun again. He hands it off to Washington, who goes forward to the line of scrimmage and goes no further.
And that was big Desmond Owens again for Columbia. He's had a good game defensively.
Several tackles.
And offensively. He's been blowing up some holes. He's playing both ways, doing a great job. Some of these kids play both ways.
How tough is that for a guy to stay conditioned well enough to play both sides of the ball?
For a lineman, I think it's very tough because you are in a battle on every play.
And they carry a lot of weight around with them, too. You have to really compliment their fitness program for a guy that can do that. Owenby drops back, throws a short one there, and it is received again by Cox, who gets the first down. But there is a flag on the field.
That was a well-designed play, it's a little screenplay to Cox, and they're going to pick up another 15 for the horse collar tackle, I believe. That's what they call that.
I think you might be right.
I'm not a big believer in that penalty, but that's the rules.
Well, they like that heads up, tackle them, wrap them up, bring them down. They don't like the horse collar thing. And you're absolutely right. That's what they call.
That's why I get paid the big bucks right there.
Big ones.
But that tacks on 15 to the end of that play, so that's way down there. Kind of the 31, 32-yard line. So this drive started on their own 11, I believe.
Man, it's been a tale of 2 halves so far, and it's not even completed the second half. Obviously, we've got a little bit remaining here in the third quarter, 1:44 left, but it has been all Panther football.
You're absolutely right. Now, Columbia, I don't think they can afford to go down 2 scores, so but they got to make a stop here.
Well, Powell thought the same thing, and then they came back. So we'll see what happens here. They have the 21-19 lead. He hands that ball off, and there is little to no gain right there. Marcus Weaver wrapping around to take that. Guy's a kick return guy. He's a receiver. He's taking a couple handoffs for some yards, or at least attempted some yards.
Yeah, I think that's one of those kind of like a little inside handoff jet sweep type of deal.
Yeah, little jet sweep for all you Madden college football fans out there.
And Columbia's able to stop that one. Now it's 2nd and long. This is where Powell's been dangerous tonight, though.
2nd and 11. We got under a minute left here in the third quarter. Owenby takes the snap. Another shovel pass straight forward to Washington. This one not nearly as effective as the first one that produced a touchdown there.
Yeah, I think that shovel pass can be effective, but like we said, I think it's pretty hard to execute. Things have to happen just right for it to be successful.
You know, that's a tough flick of the wrist almost. It does it with his left hand, flicks it straight forward like that. I don't know if I got enough power in my little wrist to get that done. That's impressive.
3rd and 10 on the 32. I still think they would go for it on 4th down if they had to, so you get pretty much 2 plays to get the first down here.
3rd and 10. Owenby throwing the ball.
pick.
Couldn't tell who that was to, but Ian McNeese gets it for Columbia Central, picks it off. He's running here on the left side. He's got some pretty clear sailing, and he's knocked towards the outside line, but he's clear. He's clear, and he's going to score the touchdown. Pick 6 for Columbia Central. What a turn of events right there.
I believe that's about an 80-yard return.
McNeese, a receiver on the offensive end for Columbia. Looked like he was a receiver for Powell right there because I wasn't exactly sure who Owenby was trying to throw that ball to. Wow. Big reception right there, or interception, I should say. Third quarter had been all Powell, but now Columbia Central with a clutch interception to put them back on top.
Is a game changer.
That is indeed a game changer. We're going to stick around here for a second, see this extra point, and then we'll bring you a break here. Play on Sports, brought to you in part by the TSSAA. They go for 2. Markham drops back, throws to the corner, wide open was Jackson Harris, but the ball was too far. Harris couldn't rein that in. Score is going to be 25-21 at the end of the third quarter, going into what is sure to be a positively thrilling fourth quarter here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. This is brought to you by Play on Sports, TSSAA. Stick around, folks. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to Lindsey Nelson Stadium for the 5A Tennessee State Semifinal. We've got Columbia Central Lions and the Powell Panthers. Columbia Central dominated this first half. Powell came out of the halftime like a ball of fire. Put a couple scores on the board here. Had a chance for a third, and all of a sudden, Hagan Owenby throws a pick, intercepted by Ian McNeese. Brought back 80 yards for a score. Columbia Central now all of a sudden in control again as they kick the ball off. And that ball goes into the end zone and is dropped rather clumsily.
Well, it would have been a touchback anyway.
It would have been. Didn't matter.
Wow, what a game. What a game. We got 25-21.
It's a game and a half.
1 quarter of high school football left for one of these teams. One team going on to the state championship.
Hey, going into that halftime, we thought for sure Columbia Central was in control of this game, but Powell had other ideas coming out of the halftime.
Absolutely. They made the adjustments they needed to make, and offensively they've been moving the ball. Defensively they've been shutting them down. But the turnovers and mistakes, that's cost them some points tonight.
You know, Columbia was in position to score as well when they threw a pick. Powell did return the favor. Washington with the ball here on the handoff. No, that was Owenby.
Yeah.
He's stuffed there, no gain. Going to be 2nd and 10, ball on the 20. 11:40 here, of course, left in the fourth quarter. Score not really set up for an overtime, so I think this one probably will end in regulation unless there's some more odd-scoring dramatics that go on here. Owenby dropping back. He's going to throw again. Decent-looking pass, other than it was really short. Looked good leaving his hand, but threw it to nobody.
Now 3rd and long, so this momentum has been swinging all night. It's back on Columbia's side. Big play coming.
You know, they haven't gone to Washington very much of late. Kind of have to avoid that now on a 3rd and 9, but you have to think they're going to start looking that way if they can manage to hold Columbia. Should Columbia get the ball back, they're going to go to Washington, I think. But we'll see.
Brad Cheatham on the defensive end encouraging the crowd to come on, bring the noise.
We'll see what they do right here. He's airing it out again. He throws it off to the right side to absolutely nobody yet again.
Well, so Columbia gets the 3 and out here. And they're going to get the ball back, leading 25-21 is what it looks like.
Daryl Middleton seemed to be the targeted receiver right there. He got a fingertip on it, but Owenby pretty inaccurate here on his last few throws. Now they're going to be forced to punt the ball. Columbia Central's going to have some good position. Dre Hall back here to catch it. We'll see if he's too timid this time to take it or if he'll go ahead. And he's not going to get a chance, because that ball is going to stop around the 49.
Yeah, so Columbia's going to get the ball back here in great shape. Leading by 4, 11:01 to go. That was not, I don't think that was the punt they had in mind. They're trying to keep it away from Hall, but that's a little much there.
Columbia Central's going to have a chance here to create a little bit of space. Likely going to want to do that here. Run a little bit of time off the clock. You want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Well, Columbia continues to run the ball there on first down, and Powell continues to stuff them to penetrate for the loss. That time it was number 49 for Powell. Devin Scott with the backside pressure bringing down Mr. Martin.
Yeah, and that was a tackle for a loss, so that's going to be pretty beneficial to the Powell cause right here. 2nd and 14, ball on the 46, 10:31 remaining in this fourth quarter.
I don't think Martin has any positive yards this half.
He might not. He was the focus of that halftime speech, I am fairly certain. Had over 100 in the first half on just 20 carries. And McNeese is in motion, but did somebody go offsides?
Number 9 here, close to us, I think, was lined up. No, we got timeout.
Jackson Harris, okay, it's timeout. I couldn't tell if somebody went offsides right there. If they didn't, they were about to, it seems like. But we're going to take a quick break to fill in for this halftime or this timeout. We'll be right back here. PlayOnSports.com, TSSAA.
Keep in mind.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
Welcome back to the 5A state semifinal. This broadcast being brought to you by Play On Sports. We got Mike Straysinger doing color, Josh Holland producing, and myself, Johnny Pace, doing the play-by-play. We got Jarvis Mitchell over here on the camera. Seen a little bit of dramatics here in the second half. Columbia Central just used their second timeout. That's just going to leave them with one, while Powell, on the other hand, has all three that will come into play here towards the end of the game. But we've got a 2nd and 14 for the time being. Markham drops back, looks to his right, lets go of the ball. Beautiful pass. Almost picked off. It was intended to Ian McNeese. Powell secondary did a great job getting there, getting a couple hands on it.
Well, so 3rd and long now for Columbia.
Indeed.
And they're looking to pad their lead a little bit. We're quick score pass on Beach now, 36. Jackson Northside, 31. And 6:53 left in the third on that one.
Now we have heard the word. I imagine a SEC prospect, Big Ten prospect, Jalen Hurd, is a big part of why Beach made that comeback. Winner of that game. We'll play the winner of our game here back at the Ranch, Lindsey Nelson Stadium here, the Lions Den. Markham takes an odd snap there. Evades the defender, is on his feet, throws over top, just barely lets go of the ball.
Well, he's really lucky that didn't turn out into a disaster.
A lot of times you just see a quarterback cut his losses, hold on to that ball, go down, and hope to make up for it on the next play. But he did get rid of it. It wasn't intercepted, luckily for him.
Now, keep your eye on this. Now, of course, Markham's back there as the punter, and we've seen him skirt with or at least think about running the ball on these punts. This wouldn't be the worst situation to do that in.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. They got a long way to go to get that first down, however. And oh, my goodness. He fakes me out every time. He still punts it. Call for the fair catch there by Mr. Weaver on back.
Now, I've talked to a couple referees because I have this question on these rugby-style kicks, whether or not a kicker who runs the ball like that and then kicks it is afforded the same protection, the same rules of protection as a normal punter, and they're not.
Really?
If you run in, you can't rough him, you can't personal foul the guy like a normal punter.
Right.
But if he got run into like he did there, it's no penalty.
It's a little bit of his own fault. Objects always hit harder when they're moving at each other, so whatever he gets, he has almost coming.
So you kind of get your own risk if you choose to rugby-style kick it.
So this ball's on the 17 deep here in Powell territory. He hands that ball off to Garden. Garden takes it out to the right side, gets the first down, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. But he's going to pick it up.
That's his best run of the night, I believe.
It is.
First down, Powell.
It is.
Trailing by 4. Of course, obviously they need a touchdown to go ahead. I got to credit Powell's defense. They've shut down the running game of Columbia.
They have, indeed. They've done a decent job with that here in the second half.
Penalty, though.
Well, that was almost like a late flag. It looks like it's going against Powell.
Yeah, it's first and 15, so some sort of procedure penalty, I guess. I didn't see the call. Now Powell takes a timeout. That's their first.
They'll have 2 remaining after that. They want to talk that over.
I wanted to point out something else. A lot of times when these teams do a formation they've been doing all year long, and I'm not going to say get away with it, but they've been doing something all year long, and then they see another set of officials who see it differently. They'll call a procedure penalty on them, and they have to adjust to that. They have to figure out why was that a penalty when all year long it's not been a penalty, because this set of referees just sees it differently.
Right.
So they have to make an adjustment.
Some things are open for interpretation.
Exactly.
Everybody sees a play differently, especially from all different angles, and probably geographically as well, depending on where you're from. We got first and 15, ball on the 12 here. 9:37 left in this ball game.
That's a huge penalty. It was a first down out here by the 20.
It is.
Now it's first and 15 when
Garden worked his tail off for that, rumbled, bumbled, and stumbled all the way to that first down, and now it doesn't count. Owenby barking some orders back here. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, runs himself, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd and 15 or thereabouts.
That's Malik Church again for Columbia with the tackle. Great job. He's had a great job tonight. I think he might be spying on the quarterback a little bit there, and that's his responsibility.
It's been effective. Coach Stone doing a good job getting his players ready for this. He's a first-year head coach here at Columbia Central. He's a Columbia native, graduated from Belmont. Wide open there. Not sure what happened, but there was an open receiver. Owenby hit him. Hit him right up the middle there.
That's Tremarius Hunt, I believe, number 9. I can't tell for sure.
I think that was his 2nd reception of the game.
That's a hard play to defend. The quarterback acts like he's running, takes a step towards the line. The last minute he backs up and throws it. That was a great pass.
Right. You haven't seen a whole lot of passes up the middle in this game. Typically those are reserved for some slot receivers, some tight ends.
That got him out of the hole, though.
It was a useful play right there. Certainly could be big down the stretch depending how this turns out. He hands it off to Washington. Washington going to his outside that he loves so much. There's a flag down, though. He's brought down at the 30.
Well, that didn't work out well for Powell there. Mr. Weaver is trying to block on the edge, and not only did he hold his guy, he blocked him right into the ball carrier.
Well, the tail of the tape on this one might be penalties by the time it's all said and done because they're nipping their potential in the bud here. They're stunning their own growth, if you will. Drinking coffee at age 5. That's what my mom used to always tell me.
Nothing wrong with that.
I guess if you like caffeine, need a little boost when you go to your kindergarten class, you can pull that off. A little espresso. Well, nonetheless, here it's going to be
first and forever.
First and 24. Going to need to go back to the future to get a first down here. Michael J. Fox when you need him. And he goes over. Short little completion right there to Andrew Cox, his third of the game.
Yeah, they're trying to get that middle screen going, and it just wasn't set up well enough.
Wasn't much to it.
Malik Church again with the stop. Yeah, the penalties, man. They one step forward, 2 steps back.
In this case, it was 1 step forward and about 5 steps back.
Now 2nd and 24.
Ball on the 16, 7:42.
Down 4, 7:40 to go.
Owenby barking some more orders, looking around. Nobody in motion. He takes the snap, drops back. He's passing the whole way, airs it out, and it is caught. But was he in bounds?
They're saying yes.
Clay Leaper leaping up to snag that ball right there.
What a great job of adjusting to the ball, turning his body, going up high, making the catch with his hands, coming down with a foot in bounds. Great catch.
His first reception of the night. So you're hearing a little bit from these Powell receivers here in the second half that didn't catch a whole lot in the first half.
Wow, they went from 1st and 24, now it's 3rd and 1. This is huge play right here.
That's back-to-back times now. They've dug themselves out of a sizable hole.
Let's see if they can get it with that penalty. Looking for the quarterback to run the ball here. I bet Columbia's thinking the same thing.
He hasn't ran it in a while. He doesn't, though. He hands it off to Garden. Garden is brought down for a loss of 1 right there.
Wow, now what do you do? I think you got to punt it.
7:15 left. There's plenty of time to get the ball back.
I think you got to punt it. They're thinking about going for it. They're thinking about it. What are you going to do?
You're trailing 4 points in this game. If Columbia Central scores, gets you the ball back.
Here comes the punt team. I think that's the wise choice. Your defense has been playing pretty well.
Columbia Central scores and gives the ball back to Powell. There's going to be 4 minutes left to put about 11 points on the boards. That's not a whole lot of time.
You might want to see one of those little long snaps, try to draw them offside things here. Otherwise, they do punt the ball. You better know they're not going to punt it to Dre Hall. But he does need to get as much out of this kick as he can.
Tough decision there to make. I'm glad I'm not the one making it.
And somebody's taking a timeout.
I'd have to think it would be Powell because it would be Columbia Central's last.
That's a penalty of some sort.
Of course, Columbia Central doesn't want to stop the clock at this point.
I don't see a call. What was that? I don't see a signal from any referee.
And a little bit of an errant whistle. Not sure what's going on.
And what that does there, if you were going to try to draw them off sides, that won't do you any good now.
And they line it up. Owenby punts, but not very well. The ball's going to stop around the 50.
Yeah, so Columbia's got they're in good shape here. 6 minutes at the ball at midfield. If you're not going to punt it to Martin, not going to punt it to Hall, you got to do a better job than that of kicking the ball somewhere else.
Seems to be that some mental errors have come into play in the second half here for a Powell team that came out like a ball of fire. Nonetheless, Columbia Central is going to get the ball here at the 50, looking to eat up some clock. I expect Mr. Martin to get a few handoffs.
That's just what they'd want you to think. I play action, go deep right here.
Think so? We'll see.
That's what I would do, but that's why I'm up here.
It's a handoff to Martin. And he gets about 4 yards right there. Seems like every single time you see number 9, Jackson Harris, big man up there, go into motion, it's a handoff to Martin nearly every single time.
Yeah, that was the smart call there. Give it to Martin, move the ball, move the clock, keep the clock going. 6 minutes, up 4. Obviously, Powell needs the ball back.
Markham going to line up here. Well, there you go. Harris was in motion again. We'll see if I'm right. Well, I sure was, but the play's dead. False start. On the offense, Columbia Central. Well, that's going to hurt a little bit. Going to be about 2nd and 11 now. Plenty of time ticking away here. It's not going to be friendly for the Powell Panthers. Siegel leading their game now 38-35 with 3:29 left in the third quarter. It's got a big game going on over there. Our buddy Jason Martin calling that game with Murphy Fair. Markham drops back. Dre Hall. And he's going to get a first down. He's going to get free. He's going up the right side. And nobody's there to stop him as he scores a touchdown in what might have just sealed the deal for the Columbia Central Lions to go to the state title game. Powell going to have about 4:45 left by the time they get this ball going again to try to score 10 right now, and after the extra point, likely 11 points to keep their title hopes alive.
Well, he threw it out there. It was one of those quick hitters, and he hoping that your man's going to make a play, and he sure did.
A little bit of that Oregon look for this Columbia Central team for all you college football fans as that extra point is up and good to give them the 11-point lead. You got guys like Chris Martin and Dre Hall, both with a whole lot of speed. Look similar in stature, both of them about 5'10". Martin a little bit more meat on him as he reaches up around 190, but nonetheless, those are two speedy guys, and they use their speed to their benefit, much like those Oregon Ducks out there on the West Coast. Well, we're going to take a quick break right here, and we're going to be back with the rest of this game. There'll be 5:11 left. You're listening to Play On Sports, brought to you in part by TSSAA. Stick around.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the Tennessee State Semifinal for 5A. Just saw a kick right here. Garden receives it, and he's brought down somewhere around the 15-yard line right there. 5:03 remaining in this game. Columbia Central just with a big pass play, Matt Markham to Dre Hall, who brought it home to pay dirt wide open for about 35 yards. It seemed to get them the 32-21 lead.
And speaking of leads, now Beach is up 43-31. 2:28 left in the third quarter. It's the last score I got on that one. Beach 43, Jackson Northside 31.
I expected Beach to win that game. They struggled in the first half. They came back in the second. Looks like they're going to take that one. We'll see what happens. But here, back at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, we've got a thriller. Couldn't tell if that ball was trapped or caught.
They're calling it a reception. Now, Powell's got to go straight up, hurry up now. They need down 11 points.
Marcus Weaver getting that catch. Yeah, they have to hurry up. They've got no choice. You know, the clock's ticking constantly under 5 minutes here. They're shy 11 points. No way you can get that in one drive. Kind of taking the running game away, but he tries it anyway. Gets a couple yards. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there.
Maverick Dickinson, number 12, bringing the heat from the outside, from the backside, forcing the quarterback to run there.
And that's not what you want to see. You want to see him hit that outside, get the ball out of bounds to a guy like Weaver.
3rd and 3.
Maybe Leaper. Got 3 wide. Owenby runs it to the left side. I don't get it. Maybe he didn't seem like he was intending on getting out of bounds because he tried to cut back towards the middle of the field.
Penalty.
When the defense came back to get him.
I don't know if he made enough for the first down. Anyway, the Columbian bench is signaling that it's on Powell.
Blocking below the waist on Columbia Central.
Somehow the defense was called for blocking.
Interesting call there, and it's going to go in the benefit of Powell, but they still have quite the hill to climb here. 3:48 remaining.
So a couple of breaks there for Powell. Clock stops, number 1. First down, number 2.
This game brought to you again by Play On Sports, in part TSSAA. Mike Straysinger, color commentary, Johnny Pace, play-by-play, Josh Holland producing, and we got Jarvis Mitchell out there doing some good work on the camera. 3:38 left here. Powell trying to scratch and claw their way back. Holmby takes a snap. Can't get anything going. He's scrambling around. He's falling down, and he is down for a big loss right there. And there's a flag on the field. Just now thrown.
Yeah, I think a celebrations penalty of some sort on 17.
Getting a little chippy here at the end.
Maybe. I don't know. Columbia seems to think it's against Powell.
Of course. They don't want it to be against him.
Unsportsmanlike on Columbia. 17. Sorry, he's not on my roster. A little too much celebration for the referee's liking there.
They weren't too big a fan of that.
And the referee just threw another one.
Oh, my goodness. Rains it pours out here.
He just teed up the coach.
Wow. Coach Stone getting a technical right here. You don't see a whole lot of those in football. That's a basketball thing usually. Speaking of which, round ball starting up. Play On Sports will be covering plenty of that as well. So if you enjoy some hoops action, be sure to log on to Play On Sports on a regular basis. Catch up with your teams, your schools, because we will be around.
Well, Powell's got to take advantage of these breaks.
They do. They've had a hard time taking advantage of them thus far.
And they need to hurry up doing it.
They better go for something deep right here. You've got Weaver, Leaper. These fellas lining up on the outside. Cody Barkhurst on the outside. And it's just a run.
Well, I guess they're
bodies flying everywhere.
Monterio Washington there on the carry. I guess they're just trying to catch them by surprise. The only thing I can think of.
This Columbia line isn't one to be caught by surprise.
That was to pick up the first down, and they did. My fault. Of course, the chain gang still has it as fourth down over there, but I'm thinking it's 1st and 10. There it is.
He's rolling to his right. He's got a couple men open, and he looks for Weaver, gets the completion. Going to be about 1.5 yards, 2 yards shy of the first down.
Powell needs to pick the pace up here. They run a no huddle to begin with, and now they need to make it a true no huddle.
But they've only got 2:43 left remaining. They've got to go deep before long.
They got to get in the end zone.
I'm telling you, you're going to have to watch this outside. Cody Barkhurst. Nope. Doesn't have a chance to throw to him because he's sacked. Back there, he's going to have about 10 yards to go again as
Brad Cheatham bringing him down.
Time keeps ticking away. Father Time is not a friend of the Powell Panthers tonight.
Columbia just brought everybody on that play. So, obviously they know they got to pass the ball. They got to pass it.
And they're pumped up. A lot of purple in this crowd in front of us tonight. A little bit of the emotion gone on the far side of the field from the Powell fans. Plenty of orange over there, but they're getting deflated. Going to take a quick moment here to let you know that PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports across the country, East Coast to West. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the TSSAA, of course. 5A state semifinal. What a thriller it's been. A lot of topsy-turvy momentum changes, score changes. Columbia Central in control now. They want their fans to get up and excited. Little do they know they already are. They've been hyped for a little while. Powell going to do their best to make something happen here in 2 minutes and 22 seconds, but it's not looking good. Hope you listeners at home can hear all this action, hear these fans, vuvuzelas, Cowbells like it's the World Cup. The pass is complete. Clay Leaper, he's got the first down, and he's brought down in the middle of the field. That's not going to stop any clock for them.
Columbia's in that mode now. They're just going to try to keep everything in front of them. They know that Powell needs to go to the end zone. I don't know that Powell knows they need to go to the end zone.
We've been saying it. For some reason, that clock is stopped over there.
The first down stops the clock till the chains are set.
You're right. Owenby drops back, still going up the middle. Washington couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah,
it was right there.
Yeah, the ball's thrown a little bit behind him, but it's still a catch that I'm sure he feels he should have made.
He's a senior. He's going to look back on that one and wish he'd have caught that.
They faked the ball to him, and he just kept going into the secondary.
And he might have had a chance to get to a touchdown right there. There wasn't a whole lot of secondary left in front of him to stop him. Hard to tell. Doesn't matter now. And he's a little bit gimpy. He's okay. Owenby, 2nd and 10, ball on the 37. Curls to his right, throws, and ball's complete. Yet again over here on the right side, and he's brought out of bounds. That was Clay Leaper again. He's been a guy that's caught several passes in the second half. One in particular that was very clutch for a first down earlier. However, they're going to need more than just a first down at this point.
Yeah, they're marking that short third. It's going to be 3rd and 2. But he did get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Leaper over here on the left side. Might look for him again. Cody Barkhorst on the right. Owenby just runs it for the first down. He's zigging back and forth, zigzag, stiff arm, and he's pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone.
He's been effective running the ball on 3rd and short, and he did a great job there picking up the first down and getting out of bounds.
He was running a zigzag pattern like somebody was shooting at him right there, and it worked pretty well. Nonetheless, 1:47 remaining.
So this is setting it up if they could get the touchdown for that the most exciting play in football.
You're right. We'll see how they'll try to get it. Got plenty wide, and he's just going to run it, but he's not going to get there.
Yeah, Columbia was all over that.
They knew what was coming.
I was thinking the same thing. Now, clock's going. Maybe you need to hurry it up.
This is a time right here where a tight end would be nice. See Daryl Middleton. Got one reception tonight, tight end for them. He's not even on the field right now. You know, the short gains like this, you need a big guy to reach up and snag a ball. They're certainly not hurrying. There's no rush here. He's up under center. He's going to curl around to his right. Throws the ball straight into the ground. Incomplete. Intended receiver over there was, well, we're not really sure who it was because it wasn't close to anybody.
Had Maverick Dickinson for Columbia bringing the heat again from the outside, from the backside, where forcing their early throw into the ground.
And 1:10 left in this game.
They're going to have 2 more plays here to get in the end zone, then maybe get that onside kick.
It's go time.
Now, keep in mind, a field goal here would make it a 1-score game, so maybe they're thinking that as well.
And he curls around to his right. He loves doing that. Stutter steps, throws, and looks like a touchdown. And it is.
They're going to have to go for 2 here, make it a 3-point game.
Yeah, they have no choice. That was to Devin Scott, typically a defensive player. Lined up a little bit of a tight end formation like we were talking about. Went around, caught that touchdown. Got to go for 2. Got to try to get this ball back. When they kick it off, no doubt going to be an onside kick following that. 27-32 right now.
But this is the play right now. If they can get within 3, they have a chance.
They do have a chance. A lot of ifs and buts here. 1:02 remaining. Certainly going for 2, and here they are lining it up. Owenby dropped back. Curls around to his right as usual. Throws it. It's caught, but he's down. And the player's staying down for a second. He's slow to get up. Long way away. That was Weaver.
Well, it's one of those deals. You got to get into the end zone. You can't run a pattern short of the end zone.
You can't. He was trying to catch that short one there a couple yards shy and get the stretch. But now that hurts. Now a field goal won't get you anywhere if you get the ball back and only can get that. That was a necessary 2-point conversion they didn't come up with, so now they got to get the ball back, get it to pay dirt again. And they're going to have less than a minute to do it. Got an update over here from the Siegel game. Siegel leads 43-41 with 7:07 left in the fourth.
What a game.
Missed a 2-point conversion here. That's a thriller. Our buddy Jason Martin over there with Murphy Fair in the 6A playoff. But don't leave. Don't go over there. Stay right here. We don't want you guys to go anywhere.
Well, we're thinking about we're going to name a player of the game here after a while, but we yet to be determined.
Yeah, it's hard. We were going to call it Chris Martin at halftime there if Columbia went on to win, but he hasn't played as big a part in the second half. Ian McNeese did, though. He had a big interception here for a pick six earlier that turned out to be pretty big. So we'll see what goes on after that. Be sure to stick around for the post game, but it's not over. It is not over.
Here we go. Most exciting play in football.
Onside kick, no doubt. They're not going to get it. Columbia Central picks it up, goes straight to the knee.
I believe a whistle.
That was Robert.
A whistle blew before the kick happened.
That was linebacker Robert Ledbetter. Reached up and snagged that, showed some good hands.
There was a penalty.
They're back to the sideline over there,
And,
talking it over.
The rules on onside kicks are very strange, so let's just see what they end up doing here.
Kind of like the balk in baseball. Another one of those that's an anomaly.
They're going to make them kick it again. Legal procedure. It's weird. Even though there was a penalty on the kicking team, they get to try it again.
But they're going to lose some yardage.
Moves them back 5. They don't care about the yards. They get another chance.
Well, yeah, at this point they just need the ball back and got to go deep. 5 yards is 5 yards. They need a whole lot more than that. And it's just a penny in the wishing well to them. Stutter steps. That kick is a little better, and they got it.
I think they got it if there's no
they
flags.
Did, as long as it went far enough.
No, there is a flag over here. There's a flag.
That ball's got to go 10 yards before
there's a flag down.
They can legally catch it.
But I think Powell, again.
That was a beautiful kick. Beautiful onside kick. Referees discussing. Both sides pointing the other direction. Oh, that's going against Powell.
They're going to try again. Back them up 5. Try it again.
Well, now pretty soon these fives are adding up. Now they need to cut that out and get this thing done right.
The kicker double clutched there and threw off the timing of the play, but try it again.
Try again. If you do not succeed.
The kicker team did a great job there of like basically setting up a screen, waiting for the ball to roll 10 yards, then picking it up.
And they executed it perfectly other than the penalty there, obviously. So now we're changing kickers. A guy we haven't seen yet tonight. Coming out here, going to kick the ball. That one had some serious hop. Columbia Central gets it. Chris Martin coming up, snagging that ball out of midair, getting hit, spinning around, landing.
That's the way to
popping
field
up
that kick. Well
like
done.
It's no big deal.
Well done. Columbia can start celebrating.
Might see a little bit of the victory formation ensuing here shortly.
I think Powell's got a couple timeouts. They have one, I've been told by our crack staff. So, we are seeing victory formation. I'm going to head down and get number 40.
Number 40,
we decided
Ian
McNeese
McNeese
with a big interception return that proved to be the difference in this game.
It did indeed.
I'll be back with him. Talk amongst yourselves.
And we will anchor this ship. And there's going to be a timeout here by the Powell Panthers, undoubtedly. And you hear the fans cheering, a little bit of cowbell. We're going to use this moment to take a quick break. We'll be back with the ending of this. 55 seconds left. Play on Sports TSSAA. Welcome back to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Play on Sports bringing you the coverage of this semifinal game. Looks like this one's over, folks. Columbia Central, 55 seconds left. They're going to go into this victory formation. They've got a 32-27 lead. Powell came out second half, team a little bit motivated, and it worked. Had some serious success. And then a pick. Ian McNeese took it back for 6 points, changed the tide of the game. And from then on out, it was Powell shooting themselves in their Panther feet, their Panther paws, if you will. Not really getting a whole lot done. Not for lack of trying, however, as they did put out some serious effort. For Columbia Central here, kneeling a couple times to run this clock out as it's ticking away now, around 30 seconds left. They're going to the state title again for the first time since 2010, in which the Lions did win the 5A state title. Powell living up and going beyond some expectations. They lost 16 seniors off their state final appearance last season. Brand new coach. They have to be happy with what they saw this season, but unfortunately for those Panthers, it has come to an end. As the Columbia Central Lions are hitting the field now to shake hands, they're jumping around, they're happy. But if you all will stick around, we're going to come back. We're going to have our player of the game as well as a post-game show that will be sure to keep you entertained. Stick around. Lindsey Nelson Stadium, playonsports.com, brought to you in part by the TSSAA.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
And welcome back to Play on Sports coverage of the 5A state semifinal for Tennessee. Johnny Pace, I'm joined here by Ian McNeese. Had a pretty big game tonight, Ian. You had that interception there at the end, setting that play up for the final drive, or well, the ensuing drive after that. What's going through your mind when you're defending a guy like Hagan Owenby?
Oh, I just you just play back. I mean, he's liable to do anything. He's a great runner, and you just play back and wait on the ball. Wait.
Right. Well, I mean, that turned out to be a huge play. 80 yards, you brought it back to pay dirt there. You know, is there any special pressure going into a team like this that's known to be a good team like Powell? You know, they're coming in off some different expectations. They weren't supposed to be as good as they were in the past. Is that a little different, a little extra pressure to make sure they don't surprise you?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, they're obviously a good team, and you go into the week, you don't like to admit it, but you go into the week a little different. I mean, you shouldn't, but you practice harder, you work.
Yeah.
I mean, you just know at the end of the week you've got a great team coming in town.
Yeah, that's the first time that you two have met, those two schools. You got a guy like Chris Martin running the ball for you. How important is it for you to step up and be another option? He obviously got a lot of carries in the first half, but you know, guys like you receiving need to step up as well. Is there any extra pressure involved in that?
Oh, well, I've known all year that in order to win, we have to diversify our offense. I mean, we've got to spread the ball around and let everybody make plays that can make plays.
Well, speaking of both offense and defense, you play on both. How hard is it to keep mentally focused throughout the week, throughout the game, to do what you need to do to receive the ball and then do what you need to do in the secondary?
Oh, sorry, what was the question?
How hard is it to keep your focus to play both offense and defense when you double duty like that?
Oh, I don't know, I've always done it. It's just part of the game for me.
Any extra conditioning go into something like that just to make sure you don't get wore out by the end of the game?
I just make sure I run hard after practice because I know I need it.
Okay, well, absolutely. Well, hey, that interception right there was huge. Turned the tide of the game here. 32-27 was the final score in this one. Columbia Central moving on to the state final. Y'all won it in 2010. Bittersweet, you know, coming back senior year, you get to get a chance there. You had a scare for a minute, but now you're going back to the final.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Does this team remind you any of the team that won it in 2010?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, it does remind me of the 2010 team.
Well, we will see this team coming up here in the state final. You're listening to PlayOnSports.com, brought to you in part by the TSSAA. I'm Johnny Pace. This is Ian McNeese, player of the game. We'll be right back with the rest of your post-game coverage. Please don't leave. We'll be right back.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
Welcome back to Play on Sports coverage, brought to you in part by TSSAA. Got the Tennessee 5A state semifinal that just wrapped up behind us. Columbia Central coming out with a 32-27 win over the Powell Panthers, but it wasn't easy.
No, it was a great game, great football game. Two good teams going at it, tooth and nail. It's a shame somebody had to lose and end their season. But, on the other hand, congratulations to Columbia for prevailing and moving on.
Right, yeah, they're going back to the title game. They haven't been there since 2010, which, that's not a long time, but for them it seems too long. They're ready to get back and try to get another state title. This game was a game of runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Columbia scored, Powell scored first, 7-0, but then Columbia comes back with 19 unanswered to go up 19-7 at the halftime.
Dominated the first half.
Chris Martin was running wild. Looked like they're going to be a runaway.
Over 100 yards in the first half.
And then Powell comes right back and start the second half with 2 quick scores, and they go ahead 21-19. And it looks like they're going to go ahead for another touchdown. And then I think the play of the game from our player of the game, Ian McNeese, with an 80-yard interception return. He made a great play, and then a fabulous run to take it the distance.
That was big for Columbia as well, because they had just gotten picked off the drive before that. That's how Powell had gotten the ball back. Threw a pick of their own really close to the end zone right there, turned the tide right back around. I think we have here there was 19 unanswered to start, 14 unanswered, then 12 unanswered, just going back and forth between the two teams.
Yeah, a game of momentum swings. And
it was indeed.
And all that.
It seemed all along like Powell kept shooting themselves in their Panther paws any chance they had to build some momentum, to carry it on a little bit. They just penalties and things like that.
Yeah, I'm afraid they made a few too many mistakes in a close game, of course, like so often. The mistakes and turnovers make the difference.
Right. In young guys like this, you have to expect some mental mistakes, especially in a high-pressure situation such as this.
But all that being said, they do get the ball back. They go down there. They get a touchdown with a minute to go to pull within 5, and then they get 3 shots at an onside kick. And the first 2, I think they recovered it, but they were penalized.
Right.
But they still got to try the third time, and then was it Martin made the leaping reception or recovery of the onside kick to seal the deal.
Right. Well, I mean, it could have been great for Powell. They're coming off a season in which they lost 16 seniors, so they're young. You can expect some things like this. They're going to bring some guys back. Their quarterback, Hagan Obi, he won't be back. He might be playing baseball somewhere. This is a versatile guy. He's a catcher, number 1 pitcher on their pitching staff as well. So they got some athletes coming in to fill his shoes as well as some young guys still.
And like you said, it's a young team, so there's no shame in losing tonight. They had a great season. Of course, losing is hard. Seniors especially, their last football game is so hard on everybody involved with that. But that's football. That's high school football, and that's life.
That is, and they were going to play the winner of the Beach Jackson Northside game, and I believe that we've been told that Beach was victorious in that game.
I don't know if that's the final yet. They had a big lead. They were actually trailing at halftime. Have come back and taken a big lead late in the game.
And
so it looks like that'll be the Friday game, I believe.
Right.
There's 2 games on Thursday, 3 games on Friday, 3 games on Saturday. The 5A game will be on Friday.
Jam-packed weekend full of good stuff coming up. We got an update from the 6A game. 47-43, Maryville had a lead over Siegel. Siegel had actually came back in the fourth quarter late in that game and got the lead. Looked like they were going to cruise. Buddy Jason Martin sent us an update. Not exactly sure what the final is on that game.
Crazy game.
It seems that way all across the state. We had one here tonight, 32-17. Columbia Central came out on top, going back to the state title game. Mike, I think that's all we've got for tonight, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, there's enough to be said about this, and we'll just look forward to seeing everybody next week in Cookeville.
Absolutely. For Josh Holland producing, for Jarvis back here behind the camera doing good work, for Mike Straysinger doing color, I'm Johnny Pace. You've listened to PlayOnSports.com, brought to you in part by the TSSAA.